How's it going? Welcome back. This is Mike. Appreciate you joining me on this video and different style today. So, I have had two seminars or webinars this past, actually since the beginning of this year, mainly on entrepreneurship. For those of you who are watching my videos for the first time, you either know who I am or you're just tuning in, maybe YouTube recommended my video for the first time. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It's good that you're here. So what I was discussing recently is one, entrepreneurship, and then also the best business you can possibly start this year. Believe it or not, this is one of the most searched key terms both on Google and YouTube. What business can I start? Well, before you start a business, you want to also ask some questions because although entrepreneurship is something that everybody will love to be, but not everyone is built for entrepreneurship. The whole concept behind having a business is obviously to be able to afford the life that you want and also plan better for the future, and hopefully live a comfortable life for you and your kids. A good book that we were discussing recently is The Cash Flow Quadrant. Great book, Robert Kiyosaki, the same author that brought you Rich Dad Poor Dad. These are both great books if you ever want to go out on your own. But in Cash Flow Quadrant, it's basically a quadrant, and it splits our roles as working people in the society, right? And if you find yourself on the left side of the quadrant, you're in trouble. So left side of the quadrant basically is somebody who is exchanging their time for money, 9 to 5 or 1099, whichever, whether you work for somebody or you create a job for yourself. Whereas on the right side, you have the business, a real business, which is built on systems, and you have the investor. The key difference between these two is the fact that on the left side, again, you're exchanging time for money, and it's almost flipped upside down on the right side, where your money works for you, passive income. And so if you're able to actually embrace that concept and define it for yourself and figure out where you want to be in that quadrant, then you can go ahead and figure out what business you like to start. And in my opinion, the best business to start is a YouTube channel. As simple as that sounds, it's a YouTube channel. I've been on YouTube now for, going 8 years. And as I said, you either know about me from watching my videos or you just stumbled on this video. And I've been able to build a successful business around YouTube. Now I give you 3 good reasons why a YouTube channel is the best business to start today. Okay, you ready? Number 1 is the fact that you don't need a lot of capital to start. So it's a very low entry gig where if you have a smartphone, which most people do, you can start a YouTube channel today. Okay, that's number 1. Very low entry. Anybody or their grandmama can do it. And as you go and build along, you find things that work and things that don't work. And you just focus on things that work. Number 2, it's an online business, which generally doesn't require you any overhead costs, but more so, you can scale it to infinite. Meaning, right now, if you have a YouTube channel, I'll use mine for example. I have several. My content is being distributed all around the world. So there is no border. Every single person who has access to a computer or a smartphone gets access to your content, which means more opportunities for you to brand yourself, more opportunities to make a lot more money than, say, a brick and mortar store where you're either limited to, a radius of a town or city or a state, and you have all these different licenses. Whereas with a YouTube channel or any online business, the world is your oyster. You can distribute and push your product to just about anybody who has access to the internet. Number 3 is passive income. Now, There's this consensus that a YouTube channel doesn't necessarily give you passive income. Yeah, maybe not in the beginning, but when you do it right, you can be anywhere. As I'm driving somewhere right now, I'm not in front of my computer. I'm not, putting numbers together or doing anything really relating to my YouTube channel. But I promise you, when I get home later tonight, or say 2 days from now, I log into my YouTube Studio account, I'm sure that my videos made me money when I was sleeping or while I'm driving. That's passive income. You make one content once, and it makes you money for as long as that content remains online. As long as people are watching that content or interacting with that content, you're getting paid. That's passive income. Think about it. How much can you actually make with a YouTube channel? Now, depending on your niche, you can make anywhere from 10 grand a year to $10 million a year. It varies. But the truth of the matter is, most people don't actually need $10 million. Matter of fact, if you came into $1 million today, you don't know what to do with it. But rather than shoot for the stars, think about your situation or whatever your current salary or pay is. If you can replace that with a YouTube channel and you get to create your own hours, you can work less, and you can work remotely from anywhere in the world, I think that's a good bet. So if your salary currently is $60,000 a year or $100,000 a year, shoot for that. Allow YouTube to replace that and be on the right side of the quadrant where your money is working for you. And in this case, it's your video, your content, your creation that's working for you, whether you're there or not. So that's the beauty about starting a YouTube channel. Last year, I made about $60,000 on Facebook. Facebook, of all places. And it was shocking to me because I'm doing my taxes and I'm getting all the documents together with all of my sources of income. And I saw that Facebook paid me close to $60,000 last year. It shocked the hell out of me because I started posting my content on Facebook a year ago, just last year. And it was a complete experiment. I did not expect anything of it. My goal was to grow my following on Facebook for my brand because I needed to push brand awareness and some of the things that I'm up to on Facebook. This is all organic, by the way. I did not spend a dime to buy views or to buy following, none of that. All I did was take my same content, the same content I created 3 years ago, cut them out, repost them on Facebook. And I was not on perfect schedule. There were days that I missed. It was just an experiment. And all this time, I thought I'm making a few $100 per month or for every other week or so. But I was shocked to see that Facebook paid me $60,000 in a year period. That's an extra $5,000 in my pocket that I didn't have the year before. And that's what I call true passive income. I say all of that to say this. When you start a YouTube channel, understanding that your product is your video, you're creating content, you're entertaining people, or you're educating people, but you can take that same content and redistribute it on any other social media platform and get paid for it. That's the beauty of having a YouTube channel. Anyway, I've said a lot. If you're interested in starting a business, or more particularly, you want to get on YouTube and grow a passive income stream, I can help you with that. Just join my mailing list. It's in the description, and I'll show you more. Peace.